Who makes color film today? Specifically 35 millimeter. I recently made a video on Harman Phoenix, and I got the answer to this question wrong. Uh, Fortunately, some people pointed out that I forgot about Fuji, and so something I do is right. I answer the same question about black and white film obsessively, but I hadn't really done it for color film, so I wanted to do it. All right, Kodak makes color film. All right, if we open this up, let's see. So they make color positive film. They have Ektachrome E100, and they also have Ektachrome 100D, the cinema version of it. You can buy that as like 400-foot rolls. There is no rimjet layer. Okay, color negatives. They have the Vision 3 cinema films, right? 50D, 200T, 250D, 500T. And there are companies that sell derivatives of that, like Cinestill, Amber, Cat Labs, Flick Film. And I'm using the word derivatives loosely, right? It's like they're taking off the rimjet layer. What else are they doing? That part's maybe not as obvious. And right, I think somebody like Cinestill would say, yeah, our product is maybe based off these, but there's differences. I don't even know if they'd say that, right? They're like, I don't even know if they'll say that Kodak makes their film. But, is it one little change, three medium changes? Who knows, right? All this stuff's very closely related and coming from Kodak. Then there's Ektar 100, Pro Image 100, Lomo 100. I think there's people that think that Lomo 100 is Pro Image 100. There's some that say it's Color Plus 200. There's some that'll say it's an older Kodak film or a derivative of some older Kodak film, and that it's actually distinct. I can't answer that question today, but Kodak makes it. Color Plus 200, the Portra line 160, 400, 800, Gold line 200, 800, and Ultramax 400, 800. The 800s, that's what's in the disposable cameras. And then Lomo 400 and 800 is in here somewhere. Is it Ultramax 400 and 800? Maybe. Again, is it maybe a little distinct or some, I don't know, who knows. But it's coming from Kodak. Let's close Kodak. Fujifilm. So, to defend myself a little bit, right, Fuji, they stopped selling, gotta be careful, stopped selling Velvia 100 in the United States. And then they just, like, a lot of things were out of stock, and it just seemed like they were out of the business of making film in the United States. And then they started filling boxes of Fujifilm 200 and 400 and selling it in places like Walmart, and really it was Kodak Gold. But I think more accurately, right, they do make color film. It's just about what's available in the United States, which skewed my perspective. So color negatives, they make Fujicolor 100 aka C100. They make Fujicolor 200 aka C200. But not to be confused with Fujifilm 200, which is rebranded Kodak Gold 200. There are people who are savvy about that and can tell you, right, what how the packaging is different, how the rebate information is unique to the Japan-made Fujicolor 200. Superia Extra 400, again, not to be confused with Fujifilm 400, which was Kodak Ultramax 400. And then Fujicolor Superia Premium 400. Color positive, Velvia 50, Velvia 100, Provia 100F. The Velvia 100 is not sold in the United States anymore. There was an issue with the Environmental Protection Agency, but it is still manufactured and sold in Japan. and maybe other countries. So Harman is an easy one. They have color negative Phoenix 200. It's going to be exciting to see if that continues to become a 200 line, or maybe they split that out and make a 100 and a 400 line. Okay, this one, a Novuscoat, Filmotech, and Orwo, they're all in Wolfen, Germany. It was a little hard for me to tell, like, to what extent they're under an umbrella organization or just, partners or sisters or what this relationship is. But to some extent, it's a collaboration that has produced Orwo NC400, Orwo NC500, right, which stands for Original Wolfen, Orwo. And then, again, so is Orwo and NC400 the same as Lomography Color 92? I don't know if it's exactly the same, but they're making it. It's pretty darn similar. NC500 and Metro are pretty darn similar. It may be fair to say they're actually distinct films. It's so hard to tell, like, when is a film new or when is a film distinct, right? At what point have you made enough changes where you can say it's actually a different film, right? But you can shoot all these at 400, and you can tell that they're definitely related and maybe even some overlap. And then there's ADOX Color Mission, also made here. And again, I don't know if it's right, if it's actually just one of these others. It's hard to tell. And then, so lastly, I'll say, ADOX. So question mark, do they make color film? So, right, they had like a color implosion, a color mission, etc. Right, these are made by, right, these guys, Wolfen, the Wolfen group. I think ADOX maybe has aspired and maybe aspires to make a color film. I think I even heard Mirko Bodecker say, like, sorry if I got your name wrong, but he said something like, we are like a black and white company. That's where our intelligence is, but color's something we could maybe do. The biggest obstacle really is around regulations and legislation around the chemicals. When you buy a ton of something, there's, right, your I think he said, I'm trying to remember what interview I heard this in, but it was like, years worth of paperwork. So I don't know if they ever aspire to do it. I mean, hopefully that's a company that thrives and gets there, but I'm going to take them off this list because currently they do not make color film. And then you've got Lucky. I don't know if it's China Lucky or Lucky in China, but they've made color film. You can still buy it expired rolls on eBay today, but I don't think they're making film currently. I couldn't find any indication of that. But you'd think maybe, I don't know, is that something they can just start doing again? But I'm going to also remove them. So I think this is where it stands. So I'll open this up. And I expect to have maybe made a mistake or two, or 10, right? Well, I probably didn't make 10 mistakes. But if you see something on here that I'm not getting right or I missed, let me know. If you work for these companies and, sometimes it feels like it's like a who made it is intentionally obfuscated where we're not really supposed to know. That's part of, right? It's a big part of getting color film out there is the marketing and making things available. And sometimes it takes more than one company to do that, right? It takes a Lomography and so you don't want to make it hard for companies like that to succeed because you need them. So, but if anybody is out there that wants to, add clarity to what was really going on, um, please reach out to me. And then lastly, I have made one of these for black and white film too, and it's larger and more extensive, and I'm still nailing out some of the final details on it. But if you want to see that one, I'll see you next time. All right, take care.